I'm Kevin Miller, and I'm joined by U.S. Senator Tom Cotton. Good morning, sir.
Hey, Kevin, it's great to be on with you.
Thank you for being here. All right, the email situation for Hillary Clinton has popped back up again. You have thoughts on it?
It's pretty amazing, Kevin, that we have a presidential candidate who may have allowed classified national security information to be placed onto the computer of a man under investigation for underage sex abuse. Hillary Clinton can complain about Jim Comey and the FBI all she wants, but at root, she has no one to blame but herself. She's the one that set up that server. She's the one that used it for classified information, and she's the one that continued to misrepresent those facts to the American people.
Should the FBI have recommended a prosecution to start with?
Based on what Director Comey said in July, Kevin, it sounded to me like there was grounds to prosecute for mishandling classified information. He said that she was extremely careless in handling that information. He acknowledged to Congress that there were classified secrets on the computer, that she didn't turn over all the work-related emails, and that she said things that were plainly inconsistent with her on-the-record testimony to Congress. Now, Director Comey said that there's no evidence of intent to commit a crime, but this is one of those areas where our laws don't require you to show intent, because handling classified information is such a sensitive and important thing because lives are on the line. Now, Director Comey, having come out publicly and said those things in July and then testified to Congress, I think probably was acting prudently last week when he said that he had to update the record to ensure that his testimony remained accurate. But again, whatever he said, whatever he includes, Hillary Clinton has no one to blame for this but herself.
Do you feel like Director Comey is there providing full disclosure, as you're saying? I mean, the info he provided was vague, and it doesn't suggest any wrongdoing. There are some Republicans saying that perhaps he overstepped his bounds and maybe even broke the law in doing this.
Well, he certainly didn't break the law. I know Harry Reid has claimed that, but Harry Reid is willing to say anything for political advantage, and he acknowledges as such. Ultimately, I think Director Comey, having come out over the summer and given that press conference, which was a bit unusual, and then testified in front of Congress so extensively on these matters, probably had an obligation to update the record once they learned that there was new evidence on this computer. And again, he was between a rock and a hard space, but the only thing or the only person responsible for being in this, for getting Hillary Clinton in this situation, is Hillary Clinton. If she had simply played by the rules and she had reflected the best practices as recommended to her by all of the security and information technology experts at the State Department, we wouldn't be going down this road.
Senator Tom Cotton, rate increases, fewer providers, all a part of Obamacare this year. You're not happy about this?
No, unfortunately, Obamacare has continued its death spiral just as so many of us predicted. This wasn't predictable. This was predicted. We've got a program that's creating health insurance plans that are too expensive for a lot of our Kansans and a lot of Americans, forcing them to buy extensive coverage that they don't want, they don't need, and then penalizing them, making them pay a tax penalty if they can't afford that coverage. That's why we've got to get beyond the problems that Obamacare has created for our healthcare system. Our healthcare system was badly flawed before Obamacare. Obamacare has made it worse. We need to fix this problem. We need to make sure that our Kansans have lots of choices that reflect their personal circumstances at a decent price, and that's simply not what Obamacare has done.
What option would you prefer? I mean, you're saying you still want to cover all people with a policy?
I want everyone to have access to quality, affordable coverage that fits their particular life circumstance. Kevin, 5 years ago, I wouldn't have wanted a plan with pediatric dental and vision. Now, with a son, another one on the way, I certainly want that. We shouldn't be making, 57-year-old grandparents, though, buy plans that cover pediatric care. Obamacare has all these kind of mandates that simply dictates what our Kansans have to buy when they don't need that. They can I trust our Kansans to make the right choices for themselves. So through a system of tax credits and reforming various government programs like Medicaid or like the state Children's Health Insurance Program, we can get people coverage at an affordable price, and we can ensure that people who need a little help get a little help. People who had a pre-existing condition are able to keep their insurance without driving up costs for everyone, whether there are Kansans who are paying their premiums and deductibles or taxpayers supporting those who are having to pay such high prices.
U.S. Senator Tom Cotton, the tough question of the morning here, Halloween last night. What did your son dress up as?
He's taken a liking to Cookie Monster lately,
Okay.
so we put him in a Cookie Monster outfit, and that was a lot of fun.
Did he get a lot of loot?
Just a little bit.
Did you implement the parent tax too?
Yeah, well, he loves this song, the Halloween song about sharing candy, one for you and one for me. So I tell him it's actually, Gabriel, one for you and two for me.
Senator Tom Cotton, thanks so much.
All right.
Have a great morning. 7